NorCal. 209 King of Comedy. It's Rick without the K. James presents, in my opinion, podcast.
Questions playing off some of the things you had talked about earlier, but there's a couple things that you have seemed to stay away from. Religion, politics. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Politics, because I think from the politics side, I would like to have, and that's another thing, is I would like to have a Cornel West on the show. I want somebody else that's what they do for a living.
I would have to study way too much for that.
And that's the reason why. I want somebody that's more educated, that's what they deal with on a daily basis. I'm here for the entertainment. So I want to say that out loud to the viewers this is entertainment purposes. So if you guys are getting your butts hurt on stupid shit, then maybe you should look at yourself in the mirror. So I want it to be entertaining first and foremost, and the other shit can come along with it. Maybe you'll get some education. So that's why I try to keep it a little more playful on most of these episodes or clips. So I've stayed away from politics because of that, because I don't run in that circle. So I don't want to talk too much about it. We did a little bit on the racism. I mean, what's been going on in the world right now with Biden about to take office. That's why I don't really want to talk about that too much, or we'll dance around the subject. When it comes to religion,
because it makes me laugh a little bit. How, to be honest, we're friends outside of this. You don't want to offend anybody on this, but you're usually with your comedy and stuff. You're normally not worried about offending people. So why are you scared to offend people when it comes to politics or religion?
I think because it's set up differently. I think
because you want the show to be more of a
because
of a
I know that
fun?
When you come to see me do stand up,
Mm-hmm.
you're coming in with, I'm hoping, a different set of mind, because you're coming into the comedy club, you're coming in a little more open-minded, even though I know even comedy is changing like that,
wow.
Right? So, but when you come to watch the podcast and you go on YouTube, check it out, right? Mm-hmm. So when you get on YouTube, I know that you don't know me as a comedian neither. So you might not know that sometimes I'm just trying to do one of my bits in the clip. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm same way that a comedian who does Jay Leno tries to, you might think, oh, they're saying a funny line. No, that's part of their act, motherfucker. They're trying to get you to like that part of their act to come see them. Same reason I'm doing this podcast and why I started this podcast. I tell people that all the time. I'm like, I've been doing this podcast because it's not about how funny you are. It's about how many fucking followers you have. And I do stand up, and I'm trying to get you to come see me do a live comedy skit. So when it comes to, I don't want that pushback like, oh, he talks so bad about religion. Where, again, I might just be making jokes about it, or I'm trying to be entertaining about it. And I know that that's a very sensitive subject, and most people are going to get turned off. And instead of gaining a follower, I'm going to lose someone else. And I don't want a Tekashi 6ix9ine someone, meaning I don't want just the shock factor. I don't want you to look at it and be like, no, I want you to think, hey, he's entertaining, he's funny, let's go to his show, spend money to see this guy.
So can we talk about personal growth? Do you feel you've had personal growth from the beginning of season 1 to the end of season 1? And since we're talking about season 2, how are you going to take that personal growth in with you?
I think yes, I've had personal growth, to be the short answer. The long answer would be, I see myself changing certain topics that I want to ask, or the direction of the topics. I see that I want to be more thoughtful. Again, when we started talking about the LGBT community, I want to be a little more sensitive to that too, because I already know I'm going in, and I'm going unarmed, and I'm running into a fiery battle, right? So I want to make sure that I'm a little bit more well equipped for that episode, because I don't want to offend nobody. there's a difference, and that's why I kept trying to tell my friend last weekend is my intention. I'm hoping that the viewer sees that there's no malice, because I'm the type of person, we've talked about this before, if I'm mad at you, you're gonna fucking know I'm mad at you. You know, if I want to fight you, you're gonna know I want to fight you, right? So I'm that type of person where I just hope it doesn't come off to the viewer, and I know certain people their sensitivity level is different, so I've got to look at it from that point. What about you? Do you see have you seen a little personal growth, and do you things you say?
Well, I mean, we talk about that. We talk about that one episode on the where we talked about racism. That's the most growth I'd had through the whole year, because there were some things I didn't understand. And I feel like I'm beating a dead horse right here. But, you know, I've never woken up black. So I never knew about this redlining. And I feel kind of like on one aspect, I got Chris on the side saying, this is what redlining is. This is why it was done, and this is what they did to keep the black person down. And on the other side, I got Greg going, how did you not fucking know this already?
Yeah.
And so it's really kind of funny, because I'm sitting in the middle going, first of all, I was never taught it. Why am I supposed to know? And then the other part of me is, you stupid, you should have known. But I learned a lot on that episode, just kind of learning how other people's walk. I've learned a lot just being with you, because me and you see through two different sets of eyes.
Yeah.
And so I've learned a lot. I actually learned a lot in the beginning too, off little sis, like when it came to the suicide and a few things like that. I had never really been really close and heard a lot about stuff like that. So there's an aspect of that I didn't realize. So I've had a lot of personal growth through a lot of this. I've learned a lot as far as from the outside. Like, you know, when you talk about, one thing I want to explain to you, when you see us sitting up here talking, you're not seeing me dragging the lights over every week. You're not seeing me dragging the cameras, us setting them up, you getting everything. Most of the time you have a meal cooked for everybody. You've got to drag your son away from his video game. Good Lord, how hard is that? And you know, how many hours are you spending on the phone trying to get someone to come do the show, making sure they can come, whatnot. I mean, you got to get 5-6 people sometimes all be able to come on the same night. It's not easy, and people don't realize how much time and energy you're putting into this. And by the way, what are we being paid right now?
I've lost money. So.
Oh yeah. Well, at one point in time, you know, no offense, you know, to our buddy Jay, but I mean, Jay's a professional cameraman, cameraman.
Yeah.
I mean, he's bringing the big guns when he's coming, okay? I'm bringing little camcorders. So you paid Jay to help us.
I paid Jay. So
Me, it's just friendship. And so, you know, the difference, so you're putting in a lot of money for that. All the stuff, you know, you've got all your decals, you've got all this type of stuff. By the way, I know this is cheesy, but you have this stuff for sale. Where is it for sale at?
RicJames.com. RicJames.com.
Okay.
Boy Charlie Murphy, my main man Rick James. That's the one you think, the comedian Rick James. Get up.
I can't hear my neighbor crying, I can't breathe.
Please hit the subscribe button down low so you can see all new clips, all new episodes coming to you.